Welcome to Stave Draws. I'm Stave, a Dutch illustrator and animator. And in this video I'm going to do a review about my favorite drawing app for iPad, and that's Procreate. Procreate has teamed up together with Apple, and they have enhanced their app with features for the Apple Pencil and the iPad Pro. So let's get to it. They have developed Procreate 3.0, and that is the version I'm now looking at, and you can do amazing things with it. I just played around with it for 1 week. You can achieve really nice illustrations with this, and this is just a sample I did because I'm working on a children's book, but the original files I've done with parcels, and I've just wanted to try it out if you could do it with an Apple Pencil and with Procreate 3.0. And you've got really nice brushes. Can show you here. This is in elements. You have flames, smoke, water, oceans, hard rain, driven snow, and crystals and clouds. And I first did it with a water brush, but this is a very nice one. Here you select your color. So it's a very intuitive app, and I just leave the brush size and the transparency at 100%, and I'm just going to paint it and just press a little harder to get some more paint onto your canvas. And the nice thing about Procreate 3.0 is that you can also adjust. If you want to see in the preferences, you can adjust if you want to see your brush cursor, and if you select it, then you can see your brush size, and then you see what you're doing, because that was sometimes a problem, that you didn't really know how big your brush was, and now you just can see it. So that's a great feature that's been added to this version of Procreate. And I'm just going to show you some different things I did. I'm just testing out. And I did these watercolors. It's just a quick sketch I did. Because they teamed up with Apple for the Apple Pencil, they've really integrated the Apple Pencil in their brushes. So I'm just going to select a new layer and just select one of the other painting brushes. You have artistic, and there you have watercolor, for instance. When you press on your canvas, you can select the color. So I'm just going to draw another tree here and leave everything at 100%. And it's really smooth transition, so you can build up your colors like you do with normal watercolors. And it's a great brush. It has a real painterly feel to it, and you can make it smaller, you know, to adjust your stroke size, and maybe select another color. And it's very intuitive because you can, you know, pick your colors by just pressing on the canvas. Or you can select your colors here, and they also have, if you want to select colors, they have a nice color wheel, and you can also make your own palettes and even share them. So I'm just going to make a slightly different color. When you press really hard, you know, you can adjust your opacity, or when you press very lightly, the colors become more transparent, like you draw with real watercolors. This is also another thing I was working on. I just made a mistake here, I think. You can easily delete all your layers by just swiping it to the left. Then you can select it, copy it, duplicate it, or delete it. I'm just going to delete this, and I used another brush for this. I think I used the oil paint brush, and I'm just going to show you. Just select a color, and here you see the brush size, which is very nice. And you can just build up your colors, by pressing harder you apply more paint to your canvas. The great thing about Procreate is that the size has increased a lot. These are just default sizes, but you can also customize it. And maybe you can do something like 7,000 by 9,000. And then you have a very big canvas to work on. When you want to have your background another color, select the background, and then you can adjust the color of your background. Maybe do a little bit of a green. And Procreate has a lot of different brushes, and I will not go over all of them, but I think they have about 120 different brushes. So pencils, inks, paintings, artistic, airbrush, and a lot of other spray paint, touch up, retro, and you can also adjust your maybe do some charcoals. These are just the presets, and you can also, when you tap on it, you can adjust your opacity, the size of the brush, and another opacity, and this is the tilt function. So if you tilt it, it will become a little bit more faint. So you can, when you just press like this, it does this, and when you tilt it, I applied the same kind of pressure, but the transparency is a little bit lighter. So you can adjust a lot of different things in the brushes as well. Another feature in Procreate 3.0 is that you can now draw straight lines, and they don't have a ruler, but they found a new way of drawing straight lines. And if you just draw a line and it's not really straight, you hold it, then you get a quick line, and they call the feature quick line. And then you can just hold it and set it to something you want. So if you want a straight line, just draw a very curvy line, and then it makes a straight line out of it, which is great if you want to do something in perspective. Another feature that is new to Procreate 3.0 is you could already share your artwork, and that was if you say I want to share it, you can share your artwork like a Procreate file, PSD, JPEG, or a PNG, or you can even export your video, and that's what I've done with several videos that are on my YouTube channel. And there's a new feature to it, so that's up here, I think, and it's called Instant Replay. So when you press that, you can see your drawing come alive, and you see all the steps that you've done and how you painted the artwork. We also have a lot of different image filters. So when you just select this one, and when you go here, you have a layer opacity you can adjust, and when you slide it from right to left, it becomes 0, layer opacity. It also has a Gaussian blur. Doesn't really work on this. It's a perspective blur. So if you want to do a background, you know, when something is going really fast, that could be a good option to do anything with it. Noise, color balance, curves, and recolor. There's just a lot of filters you can use. They're a little bit similar to the filters in Photoshop. You can also select certain parts of your illustration. And there is a lasso tool, so if you want to select this piece, you can, you know, turn it around. You can adjust it or just cut it. And there are different options here. Make it magnetic, so it pops back. Or make it horizontal, vertical. Do some rotation with it. Don't know what this is. And there's an undo in it as well. There's also another great feature in Procreate 3.0, and that is the perspective guide, and it's an in-app purchase, and with the new version of Procreate you will get the perspective guide for free. So if you select the perspective guide and press edit perspective guide, you can just press on the canvas, then you already have a 1-point perspective. When you press another one, you have a 2-point perspective, and you can adjust them with your fingers or, you know, even with your Apple Pencil. Doesn't really matter. And you can even do a 3-point perspective. And when you select that, you can really use it in your drawing. So I'm just going to click done, and now you have your perspective. And you know, when you use a quick line, you know, you can make a real real quick studies. It's not really a straight line, but thanks to the quick line, you know, you can draw your lines straight. And the perspective grid really helps with defining your shapes. Just hold it, and you can just adjust it by holding your pencil, and then you can adjust your line. Or you can just draw it freehand. To make it a little bit more loose. But then you still have a nice grid to work from. So this is a very nice feature they have added. You can also ink your drawings in Procreate using the pressure sensitivity of your Apple Pencil. You can then create thick and thin lines. And Procreate has a very nice community. You can go to procreate.si, and there you also can find the community. There's just a lot of artists on there, and they share their artwork, but also make their own brushes which they're sharing, and you can use them and import them into Procreate. To me, drawing and painting in Procreate 3.0 in combination with Apple Pencil on iPad Pro is the best experience I have had drawing digital. The interface is very intuitive. You're not bound to your desktop, and you can draw and paint anywhere you like. The pressure sensitivity and accuracy with Apple Pencil is unparalleled. You can work in layers, with massive canvas resolutions in 64-bit color. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like it, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. And that way you won't miss a single video. Drawing is fun and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles!